that, you made that, that you made that, that you made that.
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighten up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions with my rations getting low. Get down on the flow, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know what, just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the date before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in meth doom. Hits the sun god, bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch, hieroglyphs writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
What's up, world? How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Friday. If y'all know that you see me on a Friday, it means I am making up for a show that I missed. And of course, as usual, I missed the show on Tuesday. I guess I smoked too much of the I.O.W, but your boy is always going to make it up. Welcome back to another episode. I Often Wonder Sports Show, Late Night Owl Edition with your boy Wildcard Mar. As always, it's the homie 40 Water, a.k.a. Silent Hill. Him and the homie J. Leo bringing that official, unofficial theme song to the I.O.W Sports Late Night Owl Edition. Pale Mood Devil Dance. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Go show them players some love on the YouTube page. And then, of course, while you over there, going over and show some love to the I.O.W Sports page on YouTube. So I.O.W Sports Network. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Bing! It'll let you know every time we go live with a good show. Hey, the YouTube is where everything's at. Late Night Owl Show, our Monday through Thursday day show, I.O.W Sports, Moneyline with Nick Shine, Wildcard Mar, Quick Route Rant. I mean, all the content is there. But show us some love as well as the Instagram page. We don't be doing none of the, Instagram thotty pictures and shits. The models, they call them models, I guess. But if you want to slide in DMs, slide in Detroit Mails and the homie Nick Shine's DMs. I don't want the smoke or the problems at my house, so don't slide in my DMs. We are also on the Twitter. Yeah, we on the Twitter. No Twitter beefs over here, but it's all good. Hey, we use Instagram and the Twitter just to let you know what content we got dropping off on the YouTube page. Hey, we do got a Facebook a group page, I.O.W Sports Network. Emphasis on networks. If you got a sports podcast, drop your content. You'll probably end up doing a collab with us at I.O.W. If you got a small business, drop your content. Let people know what kind of goods and services you're selling. If you got that good. I know a person in North Carolina might cop something for me. So hey, that's what the page is for. Emphasis on network. That's what the Facebook page is for. Drop your tape. Drop a meme. Drop a a funny meme or something, or something else. Get some laughs going, interact with the page. That's what that's for. And then, most importantly, y'all going over to your respective app store. Where's the Google store or the Apple store? I.O.W Network app. Lots of great podcasts, lot of great content, a lot of great music. Dope app. But without further ado, I actually got two guests tonight. Of course, for those who are in the loop, to I.O.W Sports, we got the homie Big Nick Shine in the building. What's up? What's up, Nick? Nick?
What's up, brother?
What's up? What's up? And
Yeah,
then, of course,
I got the dimmage.
oh, you got the dim? You got the dim on the lights on the camera?
That's where I was yesterday. And then you
Oh,
tap it twice, and now I can shine like my name.
Okay. And then for those who been
I can't see you.
Yeah, you can.
I swear
What
to
you
Jesus,
mean?
I can't see you.
What you mean on your screen?
It's a black box. I can see me, but I can't see you. It's a black box.
Oh, well, I see me
I'm not
now.
fucking around.
Well, I mean, just use your imagination on what I look like.
Ugly
Or
as sin.
don't.
Ugly as sin. Ugly
Anyway,
as sin.
for those who have been longtime followers of I.O.W Sports Late Night Analytics, and I'm talking about longtime followers, like when I was doing in the 20s and the teens episodes, you have seen this guy come on here millions of times, and he got a couple of podcasts that he's going to plug, as well as a Facebook page. None other than the bony homie. We got Beast Mode Bones. What's up,
He's
brother?
supposed to hear with G Code, man. I did not know Nick was gonna be here. I thought specifically, I told you, stop letting this man come and take my job. First thing he do is tell you that you're so black he can't see you. Another thing, God, it took a long time for me to get announced. Like you have more plugs than a porno prop room.
Hey man, we gotta plug the product, dog. That's
Hey
I
man,
didn't
it's a
know
good
Mike.
product. I understand. I'm connected to all of it myself. I thoroughly suggest everyone else get connected to it. But goddamn, I didn't realize it was that much shit.
I didn't know Mike was going to be here. I wouldn't have came on. I'm sorry.
No,
Good, Mike. How
hey,
you doing, buddy?
What's up, Nick?
How you doing, man?
hey, Bones, take a minute, man. Plug the Facebook page where obviously me and you have grown a brotherhood at, and also plug the podcast, man. Go ahead, plug away, brother.
All right, man. First of all, we got the BWO Facebook group. That's the Black Wrestling Order. You don't have to be black to be in there. It's just more Afrocentric. I mean, it's plenty of white guys we fuck with. And then there's the Elbow Drop podcast. It's on a brief hiatus right now, but you can find us everywhere that streaming is available or whatever podcast, wherever you get your podcast at. You see, I'm so out of practice, I don't even know how to say it no more. And
I
also,
know.
I guess I gotta plug the Four Corners of Wrestling, same concept, but it's more strict. It's not as niggerish. You find this on YouTube. So and also I.O.W Late Nights with me and Modelo Omar. You can find us without Nick.
hey, Bones took it back with Modelo Mars. So those who don't know, man, I'm telling you, go back to the archives, go to the YouTube page, and literally episodes. Probably Bones was like one of my first guests in like one of the first 15 episodes. Like that's what I was going by Modelo Mars, so that Modelo, because I was drinking so much of it, that they would give us a sponsorship. And yeah, they didn't give a damn about it. So
Oh, and sorry. One more thing before we really get into this.
yeah,
I'm driving. I'm at work right now, so
we get
the
it,
shit,
Bones.
the shit shake. I'm driving. You hear me hump my horn because I'm mad at somebody. I'm driving.
Hey, just don't crash. Just don't
You
crash.
know.
Hey, did somebody
I'll be right
did,
back.
did,
I'll be right
did,
back. My shit's lagging. I'll be right back in.
hey, did
All
a
right.
little kid give you like the horn?
I just gave y'all a free one. Just gave y'all a freebie.
Okay. I'm rich, bitch. Matt, what's up? What's good with you, Matt? Long time follower of the show. Look, man, I'm a Lakers
Here's
fan.
the
I
thing
said
too.
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just let me know what's being. If you respond to anything, I can't read it. So
Oh, nah, it's all right. I'll read the comments out anyway. But so I'm a Lakers fan and you're a Lakers fan, and I've chimed in enough about how bad this situation has gotten. Come on, Bones, man. Keep it a buck, keep it a 100. What the hell is going on in LA, man, with these Lakers, man? What is this?
yeah. I really got two words: trade everybody. I done gave up, bro. I don't even know, man. Like I'm happy we got a ring out of this. I feel like we shouldn't have got a ring at this fast from the rebuild we were going through. I appreciate the LeBron show up. We got a ring, but shit, that nigga, we weren't supposed to get that. So we came out ahead. Let's cut the cord and let's you know what I mean. Let's cut our losses and let's start shortening the amount of time before we get back on top again in the next 10 to 15 years. I don't know what it's like to be a rebuilding team. I've been a Laker fan since 1996. 95, 95, 96. I've been a Laker fan for long enough to where I don't know what it's like to not be going to the playoffs every year. You know, before this stretch, before Kobe left or before Kobe got hurt, and we were terrible. Before that, we had only missed the playoffs 5 times ever in history. So I don't know what it's like to be a regular fan of a regular team where you have cycles.
Even Nick
So,
Van
like,
Exel, Eddie Jones, and Vladdy made the playoffs. And Cedric Sabalas was there too,
Yep.
right?
Yep,
Yeah,
Sabalas.
Even they
And,
were sneaking in at 7 and 8.
so even then we was getting there. So
Yeah.
we finna struggle and it's gonna be some withdrawal coming.
What's the
Is-
score tonight? A buddy of mine pulled up and we went to the pizza place next door, and I saw 57-47 at the half. They were down. What's it now?
I'm looking at it right now. 85-84. Lakers are up 1, and they're playing the Clippers, which, you know, I mean, they're a team that's playing. They are playing teams real tough this year.
It's the clash of the cryptos.
I want to say this one thing: if LeBron get another ring with the Lakers, that nigga's the greatest of all time.
Really?
Yeah, if he win it with this, yeah, I'm behind him. I don't care what the Browns record is.
Oh, if he wins a ring with Russell Westbrook playing games, he's by far the greatest of all time.
Really?
We're on the same page.
Wait, you're on that page? Wait,
Russell
hold on. Bones, first, I need you to dive deep and like explain this. And then I want to hear your explanation, Nick, because y'all two are really sipping that Kool-Aid right now.
Russell Westbrook is that bad.
Well,
If
who's the
you
greatest
win
of
a
all
ring with
time?
Russell Westbrook on your team, you're fucking fantastic.
Exactly. Who was the greatest of all time? Did Michael Jordan win a ring playing 6-on-4? Or 6-on-3.5? Because AD is like half a person. So that's my entire thing. It's like you playing it with counterproductive niggas and you can win a ring when there are clearly better teams out right now to beat the fuck out of you. Yeah, like I will back them.
I'm a double it up. You win a ring with Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony on the same roster, you are automatically goated because those are 2 bags of shit.
Wow.
Why have they never won? Carmelo got past the first round once. Westbrook can't win anything. Davis is hurt. If LeBron goes on an 8 seed, run the table type of shit with this roster, bro, that conversation changes big time.
Wow.
Unless Malik Monk is dropping 42 a game. You know what I mean?
Wow, I can't believe this is really happening right now, that you two are absolutely saying something that y'all two agree, and y'all two agree, and I absolutely think that's hogwash.
He wins with this. This would be this roster, these guys this old. This would be the equivalent of winning with Drew Gooden and Ilgauskas and his motherfucker. Who's the one who
Delonte West?
Yes. He wins the roster with this. This is some fucking elite shit. But he ain't gonna do it. So it's a moot point.
Yeah, it's a moot point because of that. But I think this is worse than that team. And that's mainly because you have Russell Westbrook being so counterproductive and thinking he's a superstar. You ain't had to deal with Mo Williams thinking he was a superstar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mo Williams came out and played Mo Williams' role. So, like, that's why I think it's worse and harder to win with.
Drew Gooden is the night supervisor at Walmart right now. That motherfucker was his number 2 for the first finals team.
Damn. I can't believe y'all two are actually agreeing with it, and I still
This
think it's
roster is that
shit,
bad?
man. I know it's that bad, but it is. I think it's bad put together as in style of play and actual financial reasons why this roster is absolutely
No,
bad.
it's age and decrepitness.
Well, don't get me wrong. If Carmelo's Anthony is healthy and he just does what he does, as in, because when he does play with the Lakers, he's at least getting like 14, 16 points off the bench and only playing like 20 minutes.
Lack of options.
Carmelo knows the role. I'm cool with that.
Let me say this. You trade Julius Randle for LeBron James straight up right now. The Knicks are a top 3 team in the East. The Knicks have a better supporting cast than the Lakers do. They're both bad, but I think you put LeBron, Randle straight up swap. Lakers are probably right where they're at. But LeBron with that cast, that's a much better spot.
And when he says cast, he's talking about Anthony Davis.
Son of a bitch.
No, literally cast, like in a cast, like street clothes.
Fuck.
Oh, cast. That well played. Well played. Well played.
I don't. Damn, to really call him the GOAT if he wins a championship with this,
It's never going to happen. So it's a little facetious.
Never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. They might not win. They might not even win the play-in game.
No, I get you, but I'm saying let's just have this, just for discussion purposes.
Let me say this with the same sentence and the same comparison. If the rookie Cunningham on Detroit takes this team to the conference finals, he's the fucking GOAT. So it's the same type of shit, right? We both know those teams aren't good enough to win. But if Cunningham does it, him and Marvin Bagley, they're goated.
Like who could ever overcome some shit like that?
Look.
Real quick, let me say this. Mike messaged, or he remember the other day I saw that you can take questions now in the group. I know you're banned, Lamar, because you got a mouth like a truck driver. No offense, Mike. I see. But Mike commented on it, and he goes, "Yeah, I got a question. How come you took my spot in the late night show with Lamar?" And I was like, to quote Reggie Jackson, "I'm the straw that stirs the drink." And then he didn't reply. And then when I see you told me he was coming on, I'm like, oh, this is going to be some good shit.
It was at that moment I knew that I need to come back.
Just when I think I'm out, they bring me back in.
Hey, but come on, like I mean, let's just have just for discussion purposes. Obviously, all three of us in agreement. This roster is not going to win a championship, even with LeBron. But just hear me out.
Okay.
Look, Malik Monk has been playing well. You get something from him. You can take that little 14 to 16 that Carmelo can get you. THT's been up and down, but if you can get some consistent play from him, he can. THT, Tarion Horton Tucker.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not in on the Lakers lingo.
No, I got you. You just need Dwight to just rebound and play defense. Take up space. That's it.
Let me tell you something, Lamar. How you just described it, how you just like played towards our point completely. You in 2022, the second name you named when you was trying to name the Arsenal was Carmelo Anthony. You included what you need Dwight Howard to do in 2022. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You didn't even let me finish, but hold on.
I'm just saying, you still the first four hits of what you needed to do was from in 2022.
Well, obviously I can't count on Anthony Davis, so I'm not even going to include him in this.
Exactly. That's the point, though.
Let me tell you something right now, Lamar. When you started naming the rosters, you had more ifs. If this happened, if that happens, than I do when I call my ex trying to get back. There were so many ifs that are not going to happen in that scenario. It's not even worth talking about. If Carmelo Anthony becomes a good player, if Russell Westbrook don't turn it over, if Anthony Davis's ligaments stay intact.
I mean, there's a lot of ifs.
There's a lot of ifs. It's like me calling up I'm like, yo, baby, if I stay loyal, if I'm a good person.
I don't know. I can't give that body of work over MJ the GOAT.
MJ ain't never did nothing like that.
This would be like MJ winning in like an 85.
And I was just about to say that. Yep.
Yeah. This is
In
why
85,
MJ
with
didn't
all
win
those
back.
teams around him that he had to beat.
Yeah. He had like Charles Oakley as his number 2. Like that would be the equivalent. Like 86,
Charles Oakley
87.
was a bouncer though. Ain't nothing wrong with the bouncer though.
But there's a reason Charles Oakley never won. Charles Oakley wasn't winning you a title as your number 2. You gotta we're talking in like hyperbole. We're not like talking.
I know.
No fucking way this Laker team win. You give me $5,000 right now to put on the Lakers to win it, and I'm gonna try to outrun whoever the fuck handed me the $5,000 because there's no way I'm putting that money on the Lakers. And if you see me, I am not a runner. I run from my issues, not for people.
Well, if I come up with the $5,000, I'll put a track on your ass. You wouldn't even know. Yeah. I want my money. Don't get me wrong. I would break you off, obviously, but I mean, you know,
I would not place that bet. Like we're talking in like total crazy talk right now.
It was crazy talk for him to say he'll give you $5,000 to break you off.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bones.
I like you, Mike. I like you. I like you, Bones. I like you.
No, see, this is bullshit. So when I'm not dealing with shit with Nick, then like literally on the other end of the Facebook spectrum, probably on the same nights, I'm dealing with shit from this guy underneath me and Bones. So it's like now I'm just getting fucking double whammy right now, and this is horse shit. What is this?
First conversation I had on Facebook with Bones when we started the group. Like the first day, he
already know.
He dropped an N-bomb. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I'm not saying that. He's like, no, I am. I'm like, oh okay, cool. Go ahead. I'm like, oh no, fucking kicked in the door. The 4-4. Let me know who he was from the jump.
I saw Bones' comment when he first thing he posted. Can I say nigga here? If not, nigga, I'm out.
I'm like, you can.
I'm like, you know what? Hey, you know,
what am I gonna
tell?
Bones is
Bones. No, Bones is Bones.
Can't do this, buddy. Not on this side.
I ain't never tried to beat nobody else. I fail.
Hey, thank you, Matt. Matt got my back because he's telling the truth.
Wait a minute. Matt is with us because Matt lives by the mantra: fuck LeBron, fuck Cleveland LeBron, fuck Miami LeBron, fuck Akron.
So he don't
LeBron,
want him to win anyway, of course.
Matt even said the other day, fuck school building LeBron. That's how much Matt hates
LeBron.
No, I'm playing.
He's picking Kareem over LeBron. It goes for me. It goes Jordan, Kobe, and then after that, I don't give a damn who y'all put there. He just MJ and Kobe for me, without a doubt. And that's simple math, because if MJ's the GOAT and Kobe's the closest thing to MJ, then you got to put him automatically number 2. That's just my logic.
I just hate to hear it so much.
Can of worms, because I can kill it in one sentence.
Well, go ahead.
Jordan never rode anyone else's coattails to multiple championships. Kobe did.
No, Kobe was integral.
Kobe rode somebody's coattails to one championship.
Kobe could have sat out against the Nets, and the fucking Lakers would have smoked that shit still.
But Kobe couldn't have sat out the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers would not have made it to the Nets.
Was like what
was Ty McCullough gonna do? Obviously,
and Robert Horry is the one who got them to the finals when they were already eliminated in Game 7. And Shaq tipped it out to Robert Horry.
Because nobody ever guards Robert Horry. Like you draw that shit up. Like, all right, we're gonna put 2 people on Kobe. We're gonna put half a person on Derek Fisher, and the other half gonna guard Kobe.
Didn't Kobe miss the shot and Shaq knocked it out to Horry, and Horry hit the 3 against the Kings, if I remember correctly?
I feel like you don't, but I don't want to be wrong.
I think. Well,
I feel like it was Fish.
God damn, Mel coming in taking a fucking shot at me like that. What are you talking about? Jason Collins couldn't stop Shaq.
He says Shaq could have set out against the Nets. That's what he's saying.
Killed my whole argument, man. God
What's
damn.
up, Mel? What's up,
God
Mel?
damn. Mel
He
had a
said
blow.
Kobe is better than LeBron in offense and defense. That's the entire game. Case closed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Mel. See, sometimes I need a voice of logic and reason to come in here and set the record straight. All right.
Well, lately I picked up a new argument in this whole GOAT thing. Why don't nobody never say Hakeem?
Hakeem?
Yeah.
Only 2 rings. Only 2 rings. You can't be goated with only 2. Put fucking Bill Russell up before you put Hakeem up if you're going that
Why not
argument.
though? Rings ain't everything though. You can't go all
Bill
rings.
Russell played with 4 teams like he was in a rec league, though. I get it.
So like, man, Bill Russell, you play with like players as Chamberlain.
I mean, look, I say, well, Mel saying Hakeem's in top 10, but I can't put him in GOAT conversation like Jordan and Kobe and.
Like we need to really have a
Here's
how
what
good
I
was
do.
Hakeem conversation.
We've brought this up on the show before. When you talk best football player in the league, I always take the quarterbacks and put them in their own category because what they do is different than everybody else, right? They're not really football players. They're not hitting. They're not tackling. They're not running. I do the same thing with centers. Ryan Frazier just texted me. Westbrook just lost me the game. He texted me earlier that he bet on the Lakers game tonight, and he said that he had the Lakers laying 3.
They're about to blow it. They're tied at 100 with like a minute left in the game.
So Westbrook just fucked up. So with big men, I always take big men and put them in a different category. I never take. That's eliminated.
That's right, Mel.
So
you talking about Russell Westbrook? Russell gets eliminated in the combo before we get to the resume.
No, I think he's talking Bill Russell. I brought up Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Okay.
But I'll take big men, and I'll rank big men on their own. And then I'll put the guards and the small forwards and the shooting guards together because it's different games, right? Like you can't compare
but
to what Michael Jordan did.
If that's the case, though, why does the guards get to be the GOAT, though? Why does the GOAT of guards get to be the GOAT then instead of the GOAT centers?
Greater impact. You can call a GOAT center. I got no issue with that. But don't tell me that a center who needs so many things to get the ball is more impactful than a guard or a swing man who always have the ball on like every possession. It's different impact. It's different positions.
What's going on for
Wait a
you,
minute.
Marty?
Go back to that. If Melvin Wall is saying, thank you, Nick, I want to read that shit. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I had it up there for forever,
I missed it.
Hey, put your old man glasses on, man, so you can see this shit, man.
I'm gonna put my young man middle finger up, bro.
Hey, you know I can't read and drive at the same time.
It's all right.
Let me know. Let me know what's going on.
No. Nick just wanted to see that because anytime Melvin Wall agrees with Nick, he thinks it's the highest praise in all of God or something.
Well, me and Mel.
I mean, I honestly feel the same way with Mel.
I don't want to say me and Mel argued, but we had like a very intense feeling out period when we first met. Would you agree with that, Lamar?
Well, because
like
you guys
with the Cam Newton shit, we had like an intense come to terms moment.
I don't think it was intense. You guys are both passionate, and you guys.
Yeah, nothing disrespectful.
No.
I know that's fair.
No. I know that, but y'all were just on different ends of the spectrum when it comes to certain topics, and that's all. And that's okay.
It was like the man check, Mike. Like, what are you about? What are you about? And then we got into it, and it's like now we got like a good mutual respect and like friendship for one another.
Yeah, I like describes my relationship with Mel too.
Like, if you want to put a big man GOAT together, like I'm not going to list them in my order. I'm just going to. You're putting Shaq, you're putting Kareem, you're putting Hakeem, you're putting Russell. I'm a big fan of David Robinson. I'm a huge fan of David Robinson. I know Moses Malone enters the conversation.
40's talking about where's Kareem.
I like your favorite. Remember about this.
So if you're talking about big man, Kareem, or so you're saying, you said Shaq,
Kareem, Hakeem, Russell, Chamberlain,
Bill Russell.
And Moses Malone would be my top 6. Not in any specific.
I would make that entire list and take Bill Russell out.
That would be the conversation.
Well, my thing is I never seen Bill Russell play. I mean, you know,
I know,
highlights on YouTube
but
works fine, but you
I
know,
I
know.
have.
No,
well, I know you have because you're about as old as dirt, bro. You was over there at the Last Supper, nigga. Of course, you seen
No,
I
it's
Bill Russell play.
just that one of us is a super dedicated Laker fan. So
who
like it's
else?
a
Who
whole
else? Am I
game.
missing someone? Like, if you're not putting Russell in, give me another name.
Oh, I wouldn't have a top 6. I just have a top 5.
Okay.
It just
So you
it
agree
just
with
makes
the
sure.
5 then?
Yeah, I super agree with the 5. I'm actually shocked about you having the same 5 pretty much
Well, I would
because
put David Robinson in there
niggas don't go with Moses.
if I'm taking out Bill Russell.
I ain't, all right. You know what? Put Bill Russell back in there if we're gonna do David Robinson. Fuck David Robinson.
Are we really doing this? Fuck David
No,
Robinson.
I'm a big fan of Robinson.
I don't fuck with no Spurs.
Hey, bro, you can't let the hatred of the Spurs because you that much love the Lakers to
All
not
right, let me
add David Robinson.
all right, let me add this to it then. As a power forward, we put Duncan in that group as a big man because he
You
played
damn
post.
right.
Okay.
Do we even consider Duncan as a power
Russell's
forward
completely
anyway?
out
So
of my book. Russell's completely out of my book, and this might fucking blow some people's minds. I'm putting Duncan ahead of Akeem.
no way in hell. You
No
blew my
way in
mind.
hell.
In
All right.
hell.
Okay.
75% of the things that Duncan gets praised for is because of his consistency and longevity in the NBA. Not
What's
his
wrong with
consistency,
that?
but not his consistency. Let me rephrase that. The consistency of his team and his teammates around him and the system around him. It was
Okay.
that's like the strongest argument when people try to make the argument for why Kobe wasn't as good as Tim Duncan. Kobe went through some shit. Tim Duncan never went through no shit.
Yeah,
He was
hopped
always
off of Shaq's coattails and found out it ain't as easy.
yeah. He just lost the entire
It's
team and
tougher to
pretty
be
much
the man. Those first 2 rings were all Shaq. The third one is when Kobe came
disagree.
into his own.
The second ring. If you look at the playoffs runs up to the finals each time, it was close and tied. Except for that first one, not the first one, but after that, the other 2 was both of them. At some points, it was fucking Shaq fucking up and Kobe carrying the game because Shaq got foul trouble. Shaq can't shoot. There's a lot of scenarios where we don't make it to the finals without Kobe. It's not like Shaq carried Kobe like everybody says it was. It's pretty much even until the finals. But that's why it's like looked at like that. So you get past that, nigga. Kobe was playing with fucking the worst version of Russell Westbrook. Smush Parker is Smush Parker, man. Kwame Brown,
Oh my god.
Chris Mims, like nigga. Yeah, we losing the game.
Adam Morrison,
And then who was our coach? Tom Jonovich?
Tom
Or am I getting my
Jonovich. Rudy Tom Jonovich started. Then he ended up quitting like was it like halfway through the season or some shit like that?
Like, bro, we didn't have the shit. And then, but Tim Duncan, same system the entire fucking time. That he's even so good at to where even when his skills have waned, he's so good in this system that he's still useful because of his knowing the system. That's a big fucking deal. Go coach his entire time. Like you can't compare. Who was Hakeem Olajuwon coach?
It was Rudy Tom Jonovich.
Like, nigga. Do you know that like Hakeem was dominating points, dominating defenses? Like, I don't think people really just offhand know how fucking good Hakeem Olajuwon was.
Hey, I don't know. I get what you're saying, but man, that's kind of hard to go over Timmy, man. That man was too consistent. And I know his game was flashy. And no diss Hakeem, but I mean, people could make the argument that the only reason why he got 2 rings is because Michael Jordan decided to play minor league baseball. I mean,
all right, that's fine. I can also make the argument that Tim Duncan got rings because Michael Jordan decided to retire. Hey, I don't know.
No, Duncan came in. I'm gonna have to bounce in a minute. 2 of my buddies are leaving the bar right down the street. They're like, "Open up the door, asshole. We're coming by."
Bet. It's all good.
But
They can be on too.
Oh, Mike want to give everybody the smoke. Damn, Mike, what the fuck did I do? Mike's like, everybody could get this heat.
Yeah,
Yeah, Duncan. I mean, you're looking at Duncan and Kobe, and there's a 20-year period where they've won the most rings, they've won the most MVPs, they've won the most MVP finals. Their careers
most
are a lot
MVPs,
closer.
bro.
I know they play different positions, but it's you look at the awards that they both won. It's all-star games, all that shit. It's
yeah.
two
Well, I mean,
equivalent players.
Look, but Mel has a good point. He says that system doesn't work without Duncan. Check out Popovich before and after Duncan. So I mean that
David
kind
Robinson.
I mean,
took
that's
the
true
back seat
too,
to Duncan.
but, like-
Duncan was a rookie, and they went to the finals and against the Knicks, I think, in '98 after the strike
99.
season.
Yeah,
'99, and Robinson took the back seat to Duncan.
he did.
That's how impactful Duncan was the second he hit the fucking league.
Yeah, well, because remember that system was built around David to begin with.
And
But-
Duncan's mid-range backboard usage, his smarts, his IQ, 4-year college player, right? Four-year college player,
Yeah,
you can
went to
enter
Wake
the
Forest,
league,
yeah.
and you can hit that shit. You hit the ground running.
Honestly, Tim Duncan was polished right when he hit the floor.
Mhm.
Like
He was polished he played at Wake Forest. I'm a North Carolina fan. This motherfucker was polished before he even started as a sophomore. He could have went to the league after his freshman season. That's how good he was.
He dominated the ACC.
Yes.
He dominated the ACC,
Yes.
and then he went to the pros. Man, I don't know if I can give you that Hakeem over Duncan Bones.
Second best player I've ever seen in the ACC.
You make valid points, but I like Tim Duncan's been consistently dominating.
Hakeem Olajuwon consistently dominating and winning.
Absolutely. And I'm not shitting on Hakeem, but he took a back seat to Robinson for a couple
What,
years.
Duncan got
He took a
5
back
rings?
seat to Shaq. He
got
wasn't
5
the
rings?
top guy in his position all the time.
Wasn't
Duncan
he
got
though?
5 rings, don't he?
Say again.
He got 5 rings.
Yeah, I
right?
got 5 rings.
Hakeem?
No, Duncan.
Duncan.
I know Hakeem only
Duncan's
got
got
2.
5. Duncan and Kobe are tied at 5, and I think Duncan has 4 MVPs to Kobe's 3, if I'm not mistaken. I remember I'd have to check the meme. There's a meme where they're compared with one another, you know?
Man, we didn't even have a top play today, man. Well, I got one lined up. I just didn't play it. We'll get to that before the show ends.
I just heard the door downstairs. Let me bounce. Mike, it was a pleasure meeting you, brother.
Yep. Next
Drive
time I'll
safe.
prepare with an entire list of Hakeem Olajuwon shit to tell y'all. Right? I'm only pulling up to bring y'all Hakeem Olajuwon.
Looking forward to it.
All right, bro.
Looking forward to it. Melvin Wall,
Hey, Nick.
you know damn well if you're still watching, I'm going to cherish this night for the rest of my life. He said, thank you. That's a Hallmark card to me, bro. That is a Hallmark card. Mike, drive safe. Everyone else be good.
Stretch. Sir.
I'm kidding.
All right, Nick.
I love you, brother. Be good.
Yeah, bro.
All right, peace.
What Mel's saying is very hard to pick between Duncan and Hakeem. Very hard. It is very hard, but I'm gonna still roll with Duncan, man.
I mean, yeah, you saying it's very hard, but you ain't acting like it's very hard.
Because like
I feel like what this is, and I'll be realistic, I think the real thing here is that you watch Duncan play like as an intellectual person. Not intellectual person, but like, I guess I'm gonna say when you had a more firm grasp of the game, you were watching Duncan play versus being a kid watching Hakeem play.
oh, but don't get me wrong, both of their low post moves, they're arsenal. They both had an arsenal.
Yeah, but Duncan's awesome. We ain't gonna even talk about that. That's no contest. That's you want me to disrespect Duncan on something. I'll disrespect Duncan and everybody else too. You can be great and and still not be as great as Hakeem. So that's not an insult for me to say it.
Oh, Matt, you flipping on the other side? You going with Hakeem? All right, I got it. It's cool. Let's be honest. If you have either one of those guys on your franchise, you're in good hands. So I mean,
Yep.
that's why I think that debate is real hard to pick. But I'm still kind of rocking with.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not even gonna keep going because next time I'm coming back with some shit. I'm filling my notebook up. Like, see, I can't just go on top of the head and say some shit. I hate being on the podcast and saying some kind of iffy shit. that I'm thinking because I'm not positive about it and I can't look shit up right now. So like I'm gonna come back with my notebook full and we're gonna redo this.
Oh no, hey, come on, you know the door is always open, bro. But I mean,
The worst
the,
case scenario, you're gonna learn about Hakeem. You're gonna learn today.
oh, bro, I know about Hakeem. I mean, hey, Hakeem.
You can know about it, but not really be thinking about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you might be right. I mean, look,
Sometimes you say shit, it get put in perspective when you actually line it up. Don't worry, I got you.
no, even LeBron sought out Hakeem for some post moves. So I mean that means something. You know,
And I
but
mean, if you really looked at, and I hate, you know how that video that fucking made everybody say Kobe ain't nothing but Jordan. You really could do that shit with Hakeem too. That same video.
you going that far.
That's true. It's true though. Kobe done used a myriad of Hakeem's footwork and movements.
Well, Kobe's always admitted that he's kind of dabbed in a lot of people's games. He's dabbed
Yeah,
in
it's a lot of people.
Jordan's. He dabbed in Hakeem. He's watched Oscar Robertson. Like he admitted that he's taken like a piece from a lot of different people and put it all into Mamba.
Which I
So
feel like everybody should want to do anyway. Like, you want to get good at something, why not look at the people doing those things the best?
man, the Lakers look like they about to mess around and lose this game, bro, to the Clippers.
I mean,
And
they're gonna lose. I go into every game this year with the expectations that the Lakers are gonna lose.
but bro, there's no Kawhi Leonard, there's no PG-13, and this is about to be the second time in like a matter of a month that they're gonna lose to the Clippers.
My nigga, let me tell you how I feel. Even though we already hit this topic, I just want to say it. I miss Steve Blake now. At least I knew what I was getting.
Damn, you went the Steve Blake route, bro. But you know what, Steve Blake actually played with some heart. That dude played with some heart.
Oh,
I can't cap on Steve Blake like he was dookie. I mean,
my
he was.
first Laker game, bro. I went. Steve Blake won that bitch with a buzzer beater in overtime when Kobe was hurt. Dwight was fucking missing free throws.
Oh my
And
gosh.
man, I was in Houston, and I swear to God, they wanted to beat me up. Steve motherfucking Blake, nigga.
I know you was talking straight cold
Bro, we were
cash.
walking back to the car, and first off, the niggas with me all Rockets fans too. So I'm talking shit to everybody walking by. Y'all look sad, like Steve Blake just put something on your ass, nigga.
Oh man.
We got some other stuff we gotta get to, don't we? Time running out.
I know. So your boy Aaron Rodgers, man, did ask he won't like 50 mil a year, bro. Would that be
Nah,
smart?
but Aaron Rodgers ain't betting no more.
What's that you said, B? Oh, you cutting out, B. Hold on. You
Check,
cutting out.
check.
All right, there you go.
Motherfucker.
Now there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So damn, what's the wide receiver name?
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. So this nigga, Aaron Rodgers, right? Theoretically, he's made very clear that he wants to play with Devontae Adams. Like, he's not playing without him. But he also wants $50 million. You can't have both of those things at the same time. Clearly, this is just let me out this motherfucker. I'm done here. Why doesn't take a hit and go like, why doesn't take less money? Why doesn't take like fucking 35, 40,000, 35, 40 million and go play at fucking Denver or something? That's what I anticipate. This shit is just like I tried to come back to Green Bay. They the ones who didn't meet me where I want to be at. Because there's no way. They can't possibly do that. And if they do, like the amount of restructure they have to do, that team would be trash. What would even be the point at this point in your career? I don't get it, man.
Well, that's my sentiments exactly. If it look, obviously the quarterback's gonna be the highest paid player on the roster. We get that. But to literally 50 million a year when first of all, the Packers are already probably like 57 million over the cap anyway, so they got to find a way to find the money to
Oh
pay
yeah,
him that type of.
like realistically, they had to drop like the Smiths, the two Smiths. They had to drop Adams pretty much, and somebody they had to move some other pieces around to get him 50 million. So basically, what they got to do is become trash to pay this man $5 million more than Patrick Mahomes.
And then he'll still be upset because he'll say, "Well, I don't have nothing to work with."
Yep, I told you I wanted him out there. I was like, no, bro.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, bro.
But ain't that what
but
you're supposed to do?
look, I'm not mad at a player for wanting to get his money, especially in football, because I think it's still stupid that these players keep agreeing to these collective bargaining agreements, not getting fully guaranteed contracts. That's still stupid as hell, and I still don't get that. But hey, look, get as much money as you can in the NFL and then get out. I get that part, so I'm not going to knock him for that. I mean, hell, if you feel like you're worth 50 mil, and I'm not going to say that Aaron Rodgers isn't worth 50 mil. I mean, obviously, Matt saying that Rodgers wants to be the highest paid player in the league. I mean,
Jimmy Garoppolo's been the highest paid quarterback ever. So I get it. It's just how the fucking market works. But my thing is, like, you're not even asking for that shit realistically. That's like fucking. You sound like fucking Dr. Evil and shit. Basically, $1 million in 1960 and shit. Like,
I want it for $50 million a year. So you think this is like a scare tactic or some type of some?
yeah, I don't want to just say no, but I want to look like I tried. So let me ask for some shit that's impossible to get.
Yeah, because it's to me it'd be look for the franchise to do that. It would be literally putting all your eggs in one basket on Aaron Rodgers, and I mean he's missed some time with a collarbone issue. What if he takes a bad hit on the collarbone? Now he's out for a majority of the season. Now that $50 million got you what maybe 8 games?
Yeah, if you want to pay $50 million for a Super Bowl you won like a decade and a half ago. What year is this? Yeah, about a decade and a half ago. God damn, it's a long time ago. When the fuck did they win last one? It was a long time ago. Like, I was still in the service.
2010.
Yep, it ended my time. It was still in the service. Fucking forever ago. That's a long time ago. You're gonna be paying back some fucking restitution type pay. I mean, that's what it'll be because you ain't trying to win shit. You just trying to. And he don't even have that type of relationship with the team, from what it sounds like.
Oh no, they've been at odds. They've been at odds
right
for a minute.
So I don't even know. He going somewhere else though. That's all this is about.
And Matt brings up a good point. He's saying he's forcing the hand that fed him. I mean, I think that's a proper way to put a label on what this situation is, because why would you even want to handicap your team? In essence, handicapping yourself going through a season where your team can't afford to put nobody else on the roster. You're not going to get big names, and I mean, there's going to be pretty much a whole roster restructure just to make sure you get the money. I mean, it's like and this is what he's done, because a couple of days ago he put out an Instagram post thanking a lot of people. It made it seem like, well, the media made it seem like he was already walking or saying goodbye to Green Bay or retired. And then then the next day he goes on Pat McAfee and he clears it up and it says it's a whole bunch of nothing. So he loves doing stuff like this that's literally, I don't know if the right word is cynical, but it has a sprinkle of asshole on it at the same time.
Oh, he definitely an asshole. Everything about him is that. But man, I think like if I were to make a prediction, he's gonna go to Denver for like 35 mil. If I were to make a prediction. Like, and Denver can afford to give him 50. But I feel like he'll go to Denver and take a cut.
You know what's crazy? Denver actually can afford to give him 50. Because they're, if I remember, they're like almost like 40 million under the cap. So if they can restructure and move just a couple more pieces, they can easily
Mhm.
pay him. You raise a interesting take right there, my man.
And so that's why I think it's going down.
Well, because I know, well, you know, the experts, the talking heads, they already been predicting that Denver is going to be one of the spots anyway. But now that makes sense right there. That makes sense right there. As the Lakers lose 105, 102. Oh my goodness. I can't. I can't. I can't. This is just frustrating. It ain't even a word no more. I with these damn Lakers. We didn't
You
already
used to it
talk.
yet?
I'm not used to this. Just like this is like bringing me back to when we were struggling with Smush Parker in there, man. Like this is, oh my goodness. This dude Russell shot 9 for 21, bro.
I wish Bobby Miller was here.
9 for 21, bro. I'll give him credit. He had no turnovers. LeBron had the turnovers tonight. He had 6 of them. Ugh. But people,
Let's talk
but
about
people.
Fat Suit James.
Oh yeah, James Harden made his debut tonight as the Sixers got a win. Um, well, let me just ask you this real quick: how do you feel that's going to work out with him and Embiid down in Philly? How do you think it's going to work out?
Amazingly, amazingly. Now there's this whole thing about James Harden before the playoffs. And most of the time, I don't mentally like he's just trying.
Hold on, Bones. You gonna have to
So I
clear
mean,
all
I
that up
don't
because I didn't
know.
hear not a damn thing you just said. You cutting out again. Just hold on. Let it clear up a little bit. Let it clear up a bit. I'm gonna read off some stats till you get back right. James Harden actually didn't have a too bad of a game. Had 7 to 12 for shooting. Went 5 for 7 downtown, 89 from the free throw line, 8 boards, 12 assists, only 2 turnovers, and 27 points. So he actually didn't have too bad of a game. Joel Embiid balled out, had 34 points, 10 boards. So he got his double double. Um, 11 to 13 from the free throw line, 3 from 5 from the 3 point line, 10 of 18 shooting. So so far, game one didn't look too bad, but go ahead, Bones. I think you are cleared up in that. How you think it's going to work out with Harden
I
and
think it
B?
worked out. I think it'll work out amazing. I think this is the best like team composition that James Harden has ever had.
Really?
Now, yeah, I think as far as for him and like having Embiid and the way Embiid's style is, this is definitely the best Embiid's ever had. Because Embiid had fucking Ben Simmons as his point guard, and if Ben Simmons is your point guard, nigga, everybody in the paint.
True.
Everybody, nigga, they playing a zone, and that zone is only in the paint.
That's a true. That's actually a true statement. I guess I never
So,
heard nobody break it down like that.
so like you got Harden, who is an elite passer that can get him the ball to do work. And we seen how it looks right then. Now, as long as he don't start doing that step back shit, cause I seen that shit. And if James Harden rubbed that step back off on Embiid, I'm glad he missed that first one, nigga. Because if he had hit that shit, we'd never seen the end of it.
Hey,
Nigga, it's a whole.
I saw that clip too. He's trying to teach him to step back, but I'm like, yo, please don't do that. Please
You
don't
saw
do
you saw him do it in the game, right?
that. No, I didn't see him do it.
No,
Joel
he
Embiid.
did it in he did it in the first game after the first practice with James Harden. He did the step back at 3 and
Oh
fucking
God.
airballed that shit.
And I hope I never see it again from him.
I hope that was the end.
Yes, please be the end. Ethan, what's going on, my man? Said, did you saw Matt Barnes and Isaiah Thomas tweet on NBA Top 10. I didn't see it. Kind of summarize it in the comments, and we'll chat it up for the last few minutes of the show. But here's where I think it'll work out with Embiid and Harden, because look at when in Houston when Harden and Clint Capella was feeding off the pick and roll.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an upgraded version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a great upgrade version of it. Here's my thing. I just need Harden to understand that it has to start with Embiid. I mean, agree or not, I think it has to start with Embiid.
I agree.
Okay. As long as he can understand that, and still he'll get his, because eventually people they're going to try to scheme up and try to stop Embiid, so he'll get his. He just needs to be Batman Robin in this situation. If he's cool with being like a real souped up Robin on steroids, he's not your typical Robin. But
I wouldn't want to call him Robin, but more like Kobe and Shaq.
That's fair. I think it has that
to
potential.
the degree of the roles they play, Kobe and Shaq.
That's fair. Matt says Harden has to learn his role as Robin to Embiid's Batman. But yeah, we just kind of just touched on that. So I think if as long as, but we need some defense from Harden, man. Just a little bit. Like, can we get just a little bit?
He playing better defense than Ben Simmons was playing.
I don't know about that. Ben Simmons.
Nah, I'm talking about because he exists.
Oh.
He's definitely not a better defender than Ben Simmons. That's definitely not what I was saying.
Okay, I was about to say. But I mean, you still got well. Honestly, it might work out because if Doc Rivers plays this right, he should put Tobias Harris on an opposing team's shooting guard, and then let James Harden guard the point. And I think that would be it.
Dependent,
I think
But this is desperation time, man, for Doc, for Harden, both of them.
Really?
Because Doc looking really, real suspicious right now. Like, nigga, you could only win because of having goats around you. Doc look real suspicious. And Harden, like, best players to not have around. When you start naming them, you start naming niggas who made it to the finals and lost. Like, and it making it to the finals, no shit. Harden's never made it to the finals. It don't count.
Right. Yeah. Computer love. That's what it sounds like when you cut out, bro. It sounds like computer love, like Zapping and Troutman about to come in.
Yeah, I'm definitely in like near the Alabama Mississippi border, so shit getting real.
He said shit getting real. Well, we got a couple seconds left, and I gotta play this top play because this is the first time in show's history that I played it last before we go out. But who did I have? Oh man, I know he plays for a sucky team, but this dude's gonna be nice. Jalen Suggs, man, check it out.
By Matthews. There's a steal by Suggs. He's got plenty of room. He throws it off the backboard and dumps it in. Jalen Suggs says, I got 3 early fouls, but this is going to get me going.
And a turnover, another look at the lob and the slam.
I guess he gets an offensive rebound and a shot at 2 shot attempts at this also, but wow.
Yeah, it was nice play, but the only problem is only like 1,500 people saw it. It's down in Orlando. Ain't nobody going to those. Ain't nobody going to those games, man. Not at all, bro. So unless it's on Sports Channel, ain't nobody seen that. So oh. But anyway, man, Boney homie, man, it's always a pleasure, man, when you stop through. You come and always chop it up. We always had a good time. So I definitely appreciate it. Hey, drive safe out there, my
Sir,
boy.
good fight, good night.
Yes. Hey, stay safe out there, my boy, and I'll get in touch with you, all right?
Burr.
Matt, yeah, Gonzaga, Matt. Yeah, that's your man right there. But look, this is the makeup show for Missing Tuesday. But look, episode 144 is in the books. Y'all come back and chop it up with us Monday. Same midnight hour, same wildcard mark. Be good. All right, Matt.
Yeah. Sound like hell, TD Hurst. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. All right, let me get serious this time. Yo, I'm on my